So, just going through some of the results, of who won what. Hillary Clinton won Iowa. That was a closed primary. Bernie won New Hampshire. It was a closed primary. Hillary won Nevada. That was a closed primary, although it ended up that Bernie won that, I guess. That wasn't a primary. It was a caucus. But open was South Carolina. Hillary won. Closed was Alabama. Hillary won. Open was Arkansas. Hillary won that. Closed was Colorado, which Bernie won. So, to say absolutely that Bernie's always winning open primaries and Hillary's always winning closed primaries is not true. However, then we get into, Georgia and Massachusetts, both open primaries that Hillary won. Minnesota, an open primary that Bernie won. Oklahoma, an open one that Bernie won. Tennessee and Texas, open primaries Hillary won. Vermont, Bernie won, obviously. Virginia was open. Hillary won that. Bernie won Kansas, which was closed. Hillary won Louisiana, which was closed. Bernie won Nebraska and Maine, which were closed. Michigan was an open primary. Bernie won it. And I think that's why the upset, by the way, because there's a lot of independent voters in Michigan. Mississippi was an open primary. Hillary won that. Florida is closed. Hillary won it. Illinois is open primary. Hillary won that. 36. Missouri, Hillary won by 36 to 35. And this is delegate totals. Mixed was North Carolina. Hillary took that. Ohio and Arizona, open and closed. Hillary took those. And then open, and then Idaho and Utah, Bernie both won. Both of those are open primaries. Alaska and Hawaii, closed primaries. Bernie won them both. Washington State Democratic results, open. And Wisconsin open, Bernie won those. So anyhow, it's not an absolute correlation, but I think that, like I said, I think it's a good thing for the party. Now, I want to play Hillary's talk last night, or a clip from it, and Bernie's talk last night. And the thing to notice in these two things is in Hillary's statement, what I'm hearing, and'd like to know if this is what you're hearing, is not just a, hey, Bernie folks, come over to my side, but I am reaching out to you by actually emphasizing positions on which I have changed my stand. And I want you to know this, that I'm moving in your direction. And this is what I believe that Hillary was saying last night. And then when you hear Bernie's clip, I want you to notice that he's not talking any longer about a path to victory, or at least last night in his statement he didn't. He's talking about building a movement, taking this to the convention, and having the ability at the convention, because of that movement, to have influence over the platform and where the party goes in the future. So anyhow, here's Hillary first of all.
And I applaud Senator Sanders and his millions of supporters for challenging us to get unaccountable money out of our politics and giving greater emphasis to closing the gap of inequality. And I know together we will get that done. Because whether you support Senator Sanders or you support me, there's much more that unites us than divides us. We all agree that wages are too low and inequality is too high, that Wall Street can never again be allowed to threaten Main Street, and we should expand Social Security, not cut or privatize it. We Democrats agree that college should be affordable to all, and student debt shouldn't hold anyone back. We Democrats agree that every single American should and must have quality, affordable health care. We agree that our next president must keep our country safe, keep our troops out of another costly ground war in the Middle East. And we Democrats agree that climate change is an urgent threat. And it requires an aggressive response that can make America the clean energy superpower of the 21st century. And we Democrats agree on defending all of our rights. Civil rights and voting rights, workers' rights and women's rights, LGBT rights, and rights for people with disabilities.
So there you go. That was Senator Clinton last night, or Secretary Clinton, rather. Here's Senator Sanders from last night.
This campaign is not just about electing a president. It is about transforming our nation. It is about having the courage to demand a political revolution. And you are the revolutionaries.
And he, in a public statement, or in a statement the Senator Sanders issued last night, he said, "I congratulate Secretary Clinton on her victories. I look forward to issue-oriented campaigns in the 14 contests to come. I'm proud that we were able to win a resounding victory tonight in Rhode Island, the one state with an open primary where independents had a say in the outcome. Democrats should recognize that the ticket with the best chance of winning this November must attract support from independents as well as Democrats. I'm proud of my campaign's record in that regard." The people in every, which is a pitch to the superdelegates, right? And then he goes back to say the people in every state in this country should have the right to determine who they want as president, what the agenda of the Democratic Party should be. That's why we are in this race until the last vote is cast. That is why this campaign is going to the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia with as many delegates as possible to fight for a progressive party platform that calls for a $15 an hour minimum wage, an end to our disastrous trade policies, a Medicare for all health care system, breaking up Wall Street financial institutions, ending fracking in our country, making public colleges and universities tuition-free, and passing a carbon tax so we can effectively address the planetary crisis of climate change. So that's a whole step more progressive. This is the movement that Michael Lerner is talking about than the list that Senator Clinton or Secretary
You're
Clinton
listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-536-2370.
But they're both, they're both on the same side, as it were, essentially. This is a matter of degree. So how do we build a movement and keep it going?
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.